Drawn to Life. Yeah, the first one. This is a pretty interesting concept, considering the fact that, I mean, look, first of all, look at the cute little characters over there, right? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, I like the concept of this. Like, you draw your own hero, probably looking like this, although probably looking like something else that's related to your idea, or something. And basically, you basically do this hero, and then basically, you have fun with him, and basically play as him or her in whatever kind of adventure you like to have. This is published by THQ and developed by Fifth Cell, who also created Scribblenauts. Predating Scribblenauts, I might add. And this is a pretty good game. Your hero, your adventure. You're basically, like, you draw your hero. You draw anything. You also, not only do you draw your hero, you also get to draw everything else. Anything else that is possible to draw. And it's a pretty interesting idea. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. I recommend you get it. Wow, another copy. Yeah, because I mainly got... Yeah, because I mainly got 2 copies so like we can trade characters. Yeah. Drawn to Life, the next chapter. There was also a Wii version released for this, but I just thought it made more sense to get the DS version, considering that the first one wasn't even made on the Wii. Yeah, this is also really good too. Basically the same sort of idea, and yeah. And you also get to morph into other forms too, and it's pretty freaking cool, again. Yeah. I really thought, though, the start of the game kind of, like, trolls you. Like, when you like, start the game, you start to draw your hero, and then it goes like, oh, it just gets destroyed, and then you just realize something happened, and I don't, yeah, it's pretty good, though. It's the Book of Life. Hang on, Book of Life, isn't that the name of a film? Isn't that the name of a film, The Book of Life? It is, isn't it? I mean, I've even freaking seen that film with my friend. It wasn't a bad little film. Yeah. It's a pretty good game, this game. And yeah, I recommend you get it. Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants edition. Yeah, this game is, well, it's drawn to life with SpongeBob SquarePants entities. Yeah. This game is not developed by the actual Drawn to Life team, actually. This is actually, well, the publisher's the same, which is probably why they decided to put SpongeBob on it and not some other character that wouldn't have THQ games published by him. Yeah, but the game wasn't developed by This game wasn't developed by Fifth Cell, as cool as that would be. No, this game is actually developed by Ultron, the same developers who worked on Atlantis SquarePants and Truth or Square on the DS. So yeah, so instead of Fifth Cell, they got... So it's the same publisher, but not the same developer. Yeah. Wouldn't it be cool if it was the same developer? Because that means we can get a SpongeBob game that looks like, reminds us of Scribblenauts. I just said that could have been the thing, considering, although Scribblenauts has already made a sort of version of... Didn't make SpongeBob version because SpongeBob doesn't have games published by Warner Brothers, but Scribblenauts is published by Warner Brothers. And the fact that Scribblenauts has game that's based on DC Comics entities, pretty much. Yeah, but this is still a pretty good game, and you can play as basically like Drawn to Life, except with SpongeBob characters in it. It kind of reminds you of the episode Frankendoodle, as you can see. There's Doodle Bob, which by the way, Doodle Bob, he has a pretty awesome fan game as well. I mean, I've played it. It kind of reminds me a lot of Mega Man, as well as some other games too. It's pretty awesome, actually. Metroid Prime Hunters. I don't play much of this game. I remember playing a lot of the multiplayer section with my brother because he made me want to. Because he made me play it. It was alright. Yeah, not really a big fan of Metroid, but I still thought it was okay. Yeah, it's the second... Yeah, it's the first... Is it the first? Yeah, it must be. Yeah, it's the first one in the Metroid Prime series on handheld. And then the next one would be Pinball. And then after that would be... Wait, did I mix up the order? I don't care. Anyway, and then after that would be Metroid Prime Federation Force. You know, the game that everybody hates because everyone has prejudice in the world now. Great. Thank you. Seriously, why do people even hate this game? I mean, it's like, it doesn't even look that bad. I mean, people are just fanboys. Seriously, why? Why? Anyway, this game, Metroid Prime Hunters, is okay. Garfields Nightmare. Yeah. It's Nightmare of Garfield. Actually, I don't have this game anymore. I think I might have lost it somewhere. Well, yeah. It was, well, from what I remember of the game, it was pretty good. I mean, like, you play as Garfield in his first in one of his DS adventures, and it was pretty good. It was probably the best Garfield game that was released on the system. Although it did have a few flaws, though. I mean, like, for one, there was no level select, so basically, you have to beat the whole game, and then after you beat the game, you can't replay any level. So yeah, if you try to replay a level, you just play the credit screen if you've actually completed the game. So that's a bit of a shame. I hate these kind of things, because I remember my Shin-Chan Shokugan game did the same thing. You couldn't, it kind of did the same thing when after you beat a boss battle, you couldn't play the boss battle again. So yeah. Anyway, that's irrelevant. Not that I've been saying all relevant things lately. Anyway, this game. Well, let me explain the good things of it. There's good music, the platforming's pretty nice, and the minigames are pretty interesting too. And if you open it, there's even some comics in here too. Oh, wait, before Garfield just broke the manual. Has some comics too, as you can see. Old comics and pretty good comics too. Yeah, that's how I roll. They also translated those comics to German and Dutch too. Yeah, this is a pretty good game. Not perfect, but still pretty good. Mario Kart DS. Yes, this is basically the game that everybody had to have in order to consider themselves owners of a DS. Yeah. So basically, in this game, Mario Kart, this introduced the retro section of them sort of things. Yeah. You know, the sort of karts that are basically had races from previous versions of Mario Kart before this, and it's a pretty good game. And not only that, but you also have missions in this one, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty much, in fact, one of the best things of this game, and I think they should bring it back. Yeah, this game is freaking awesome. I suggest you pick it up. Dragon Quest 9, Sentinels of the Starry Skies. I didn't play much of this game, although I do remember it being advertised quite a lot. I mean, it's been advertised so much that even Jedward had a couple of ads in advertising this game. I swear. But yeah, so yeah, this game is interesting. I mean, like, it's an RPG, but it's a pretty interesting one. And I also just remembered this character's name is Stella, not Sheila. As I was just confused. I don't know. She looks hot though. Anyway, this game is pretty interesting. I mean, I don't really play much of it, but I still kind of had the gist of it. You make your own character, and that's pretty much. And you can adventure by yourself or with friends, which I think was the selling point of it. But I didn't really do much of it because I'm not really that interested in RPGs. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Blue Rescue Team. Yeah. Or is it? Bum bum bum. No, it's Explorers of Time. Well, it would have also been Explorers of Darkness, but we only got Explorers of Time, except came in the freaking wrong case. If I remember correctly, yeah, it says, although it kind of gives us the same premise. Introducing the newest Pokemon, Mew. Yeah, that's it. I didn't play much this, again, my brother. But mainly, actually, I think I kind of remember this anime of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Basically, it involved the Pokemon, and Pokemon could talk in that one. I mean, like, I was like, oh my god, who does this think it is? That other thing that people seem to think it's a rival of, but it's kind of like Tamagotchi, but it's for boys, and I can't mention its name because it just feels wrong mentioning it in front of Pokemon. Digimon. Yeah. That's good. Anyway, this is an interesting game. It looks cute as well. But anyway, what do you expect for Pokemon? Legend of Spyro, A New Beginning. Yeah, I don't know why I wanted this game so much. I like Spyro, but it's an okay game. Not fantastic, but like it's certainly better than I still prefer it over Skylanders. I don't really play much Skylanders either, but it's okay. TMNT, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Basically, this is basically based on the rip-off of the reboot. Freaking doofus. Yeah. Basically the reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, one of the many before they actually went with the Nickelodeon one. It's published and developed by Ubisoft, but this wasn't. I didn't really play much of this. Again, my brother, but even my brother didn't play much of it either. Yeah. And finally, brain training. How old is your brain? Brain training. Basically, it's the game created by Dr. Kawashima. Well, yeah, did it, and it includes Sudoku. Yeah, I know that game. The game that people always seem to pronounce Sudoku because they can't seem to be able to pronounce it correctly, even though clearly the O is before the U, so it's technically pronounced Sudoku. Crap. Anyway, yeah. This is a pretty good game if you want to test your brain. Yeah. It's pretty interesting. You can pretty much do his stuff, and here's Dr. Kawashima himself. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good game. You can test stuff, basically just stuff like reading tests, and even some color tests too, and some math, just like Cyber Chase does. Yeah, and that's the end of the DS. This is the end of the DS collection video. I hope you enjoyed it, and that was a really long one, really must say. And this is World Jake 2012 signing out.